Hi Cancer, welcome to Barefoot Mama Intuitive Reading. This is your reading for the week ahead, so whenever you find this, trust that there's something here for you. I hope you had a really lovely Memorial Day weekend, if you celebrate. And if you're finding this at another time, forgive me for moving the camera all around. I hope you are well. All right, Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energies back to sender, transmuted tenfold, for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Amen, amen, so mote it be. Archangel Michael, please bring concise, clear messages through for my Cancer Collective. And Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. Amen, amen, so let it be. So, Cancer, I had this encounter today with a mole. It was crossing the road, and I looked at it and thought it was a mouse because it was so tiny, or like a rat because it was so darkly colored, but it was a mole, and you never see a mole above like ground during the day, for one, not regularly anyways, and certainly not crossing the road, certainly not in that spot. And the way it moved, it was like rolling its little hands, like its little feet. And I don't know why, but I felt like when I saw it, it was a message for you somehow, something about being out of your element, about moving blindly. Moles actually have really, really keen senses, and they're extremely sensitive, but they spend so much time underground that it's just like too bright for them outside, right, during the day. So maybe the mole is significant for you. We have the sacrifice coming out as your first overall energy, card 44. There might be something here about connections with others or relationships with others. This is certainly a transformation. There's this orange butterfly on the card as well, and the feathers on her headdress indicate receiving messages from spirit. So let's read this card together, the sacrifice, and then we'll dive more deeply into your reading. To sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. Excuse me. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans or animals. Quetzalcoatl, I think it also means something like serpent bird being. Quetzalcoatl was an antediluvian bringer of knowledge to Middle America. And he also, I think there's something about his association with twin beings. We're in Gemini season, and I'm thinking of that book that I mention all the time by Jeremy Narby called DNA and the Origins of Knowledge. DNA, the Cosmic Serpent and the Origins of Knowledge. And I think in there he mentioned something about Quetzalcoatl meaning something like divine being or twin being. And he's talking about DNA. I don't know, there's something here about you being out of your element, about your inheritance, and certainly about like a religious inheritance or like a spiritual inheritance. You may need to look at your belief systems, or you may be looking at your belief systems right now and how they are serving you in your current setting, in your current world, yeah, in your life. Are your beliefs serving you? Are they working for you? Are they testing you? Are they even yours? The sacrifice asks that you offer to spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying, and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest in this banquet. Your heart is only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. So something in your heart knows exactly what this gift is, or this offering, what it is that you're giving or giving up. I'm actually being drawn to pull one more of these. The Journey Reverse. Ooh, okay. You may be a nomadic person. You might like to continue moving and moving and going and going. And there's some sort of stability here from wisdom gained. And there's something about you, I think this heart space is illuminated here as well. Your divine masculine may need some healing, some feminine wisdom right now. 29. Something may have happened when you were 29 years old. Your birthday may be on the 29th, the 2nd, the 9th, the 4th, the 6th, the 13th, or you may be 44 years old. Let's read the journey reversed. The journey is calling you, but the timing is premature. Collecting postcards or fantasies of where you may want to go may take over your focus and make you miss your destiny. Other things must be completed first, or you may still be attached to knowing the destination. Remember, the point of the journey is not the destination. It's who you will become as you are transformed along the way. Do not confuse the inner and the outer journey. Yeah. So there's a need to go inward, certainly with your belief systems right now. I was drawn to use the Mushroom Hunters Tarot. Mushrooms are beautiful symbols of transmutation, especially of what's dead, what's old, and what is gone. So it makes sense to me that your overall energy is the sacrifice and the journey reverse, going within. The Chariot reverse, no way. This is you, Cancer, coming out in your own reading. These are ink caps, I believe. As they age, they start to get all black around the edges, and artists use them to write or to draw. Wow. I'm sort of amazed that you came out here backwards. The journey reversed and the chariot reversed. That's profound. Shaggy mane. Shaggy manes are often referred to as soldiers among mushrooms. Oh, this isn't what I thought it was. Due to their tendency to grow in long straight rows along country roads, giving them the appearance of little marching troops. Despite their soft and fragile build, shaggy manes are capable of pushing up and breaking through the strongest of surfaces, including concrete. Also known as the lawyer's wig and shaggy ink cap. Oh, it is the shaggy ink cap. Coprinus comatus will liquefy into a usable ink when past its prime. Mycologists have been known to use this ink in their writings and botanical illustrations. This mushroom calls for determined action in order to reach our goals. Now more than ever, your commitment and discipline are essential. Keep pushing and don't give up. The easy path is not your friend. Willpower, determination, travel, and conquest through adversity. This is different though, because your journey is inward, and the inward journey requires some form of surrender. The chariot upright, your card, right? Man, the autofocus is really a lot right now. Let's see. Sorry about that. Thank you. So, the chariot is your card reversed, and it's usually somebody who's riding forth into battle, right? Charging forward. But the inward journey, yeah, it's one of letting down walls to your inner observer, your inner witness. Okay. Ace of Cups upright. That's lovely. That's in your future energy. I don't know why I'm feeling this like need to move things around. You might be moving things around emotionally. You might be refocusing. The autofocus is going crazy right now. And I'm sure it's because of the light and the lighting changing outside and stuff. But there's something here about like the focus is changing. You might be in photography or film. The Ace of Cups, I think this is a basket of chanterelles. And chanterelles are very desirable mushrooms. They grow in patches that come back every year, and everybody kind of has their own like secret spots where they go to find them. They are also delicacies that are difficult to propagate, so you have to find them in the wild. The color orange here is also indicative of the second chakra, how we relate to others. And then there might be a lot of people in your inner circle right now, and these mushrooms on the outskirts are sort of standing out to me like your basket's overfilling, and I think it's a good thing. I don't know, you might feel a little bit overwhelmed by it, but there's also this like wafer here in the basket that indicates peace, right? This is like a bountiful, joyous harvest. I think that these are chanterelles. Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups. The chanterelles usually run about $36 a pound, um, in the stores when they're in season. This is a candy cap though. Okay. I don't know. There's something in this reading about you maybe not knowing what this is or thinking something is something else, because that's happened with both of these cards. And I don't usually have that issue with these cards, but it has been a while since I used them. Just take it as it resonates. Most edible mushrooms, though not consumed like most edible mushrooms, candy caps are sought after by many chefs for their sweet maple-like aroma and taste. Much like truffles, they're used primarily as a flavoring. When dried slowly, a single specimen is enough to fill an entire house with its scent. Candy caps are often used in cookies, ice creams, waffles, and pancakes, or as a sweetener or savory dishes such as pork. Love, happiness, compassion, relationships, and creativity. Yeah, something like this mushroom isn't consumed like other mushrooms. It looks, because it's edible and it looks like a mushroom, you would think you could just eat it or cook it, but it's something you have to use a little bit differently. So that is coming through for your reading strongly. Like that's like the third time this message has come through in one way, shape, or form. What is this? The Emperor. Rulership over your environment. This could also be a relationship with an Aries or an Emperor figure in your life. This is a King Bolete, I believe. My mushroom identification skills are like slim to none, but I dearly love them. King Bolete. Oh, look at that. I'm like, oh, I think this is this and this is this, and like the one time I'm thinking to myself, I have no idea what this is exactly it. What is going on with your energy right now, Cancer? King Bolete, Boletus edulis. As it cannot be grown commercially, the king bolete is one of the most sought after mushrooms in the world. The cap can span up to a foot across, giving the mushroom a stately, regal appearance. Because altercations over the king bolete aren't uncommon, some areas have passed laws to regulate its harvesting on public lands. However, this doesn't stop territory wars, and landowners often hire guards in order to keep mushroom hunters from ravaging their domain. The king bolete demands calm and authority, loyalty and order. Focus on your paternal instincts and your leadership skills, but be wary of abusing your power. Power, authority, stability, discipline, self-control, and structure. Okay, I'm being drawn to move to a different deck now for you to clarify. I was going to use this Golden Art Nouveau tarot, and I was being drawn to that, maybe for your past, but we're going to move forward with the regular tarot, I believe. The King of Swords reversed, the Sacrifice. King of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords reversed. The Hangman reversed. Somebody lied and got away with it, and you are seeing this from a different perspective, or seeing them from a different perspective. You are enlightened to this lie. It's like I'm getting the sense that somebody lied, and with the Seven of Swords reversed, it's like they didn't do it well, or they weren't sneaky. They thought they were, and they weren't. Why is this the Sacrifice? I think with the Hangman reversed, you're seeing this as like what needed to happen in order to allow you to go within, to uncover this inward journey. The Hierophant reversed, somebody you're separating from. It was necessary in order for you to like see this person, and in order for you to learn the lessons that they like brought up for you personally, on a personal level. If you have been dealing with somebody and wondering like, why me? Like, why did I deserve that? I don't think you necessarily deserved it. I don't think it's it's a matter of merit here or anything like that. It's just that these are sort of the archetypal like structures that aligned in your cosmic pathway to allow these like key elements of your personality to flourish so that you could come into this Ace of Cups Emperor position, which is extremely powerful. The Emperor is the King of Kings, and the Ace of Cups is a brand new emotional beginning. So he's tempered here by an understanding and rulership of his emotional landscape. If you had any problems with like anger or lust are standing out for some reasons, but even overthinking or even lying, like if you were the person who was lying to yourself or something, you do not do that anymore. You've conquered this. Also, if you have a means of non-traditional like spiritual, if you have like a non-traditional spirituality is what I'm hearing. Why is it connected to the King of Swords reversed and the Seven of Swords? Here's the Star, wish fulfillment, Aquarius. It could be that an Aquarius influenced you in this, or that 17 is standing out. Maybe something happened when you were 17. It's the Star. Five of Wands reversed. Okay. So the Star could actually mean like a desire for fame or being seen or being recognized. And you're now seeing this from the perspective of like not being able to have any secrets or any privacy. You might have actually become famous recently or like become really well known for something recently. And now you're like, man, I kind of wish like I could just avoid this fucking drama all the time. Like I'm just having to 5 here and 17 7 7 7 and 17. I don't know. Let's get further into it. If you're enjoying this reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know. Thank you for being here. The sound bowl, like, we didn't open with the sound bowl as usual, as we usually do, I mean. And it was just very, like, wan, and, like, some kind of a whiny sound. You might have a lot of people around you. Yeah, this Ace of Cups, the Emperor, or a lot of people looking up to you, and it's like I'm hearing like people's voices are kind of being drowned out, and I'm getting this ringing in my right ear. Eight of Pentacles reversed, the King of Cups upright. Yeah, you've mastered your emotional realm. You're very stable emotionally. You could be dealing with Scorpio, but I get that this is you in your divine masculine energy healed by going inward, by facing some emotional thing. Eight of Pentacles reversed. What is this? The Seven or the Eight of Cups is upright. Something about your self-worth. Like if you were focused on the external as like what makes you worth something, you've realized like your internal worth. I think it's really interesting the Five of Pentacles isn't showing up here. It's almost like you had everything. Fame, friends, like money, a good job, and you were just like, I'm not happy. So you gave it all up with the sacrifice and you went forward. And you're finding this new sense of like rulership. Like, this life rules. You love it. And you're the moon. Yeah, you're much more deeply like reflective, calm, serene. I think I'm talking to a masculine, whether you're male or female. You went through some sort of ego death, especially related to your work, and came out the other side just clear. There is the moon, though, can be something unseen or something like wild, some calling, the call of the wild. Oh, that's an interesting combination. The moon and the high priestess at odds with each other. You could be dealing with a Pisces, or something went on in Pisces season. The subconscious. I think you're trying to get in tune with your intuition. You're trying to let it like move you a little bit more clearly. What's crossing this situation? Oh, no way. This is you. Wow. You're trying to be receptive to your divine feminine aspect. And some versions of traditional toxic masculinity were coming in between you and that, whether they were in practice by you or whether they were modeled for you, as in the beginning of your reading. I'm seeing that if they were modeled for you, it might be really hard, or it might have been really difficult for you to deal with this role model. And it may have felt like everything you did, it just wasn't enough. But emotionally, you come to this point where like you're just, it's all eclipsed. You've done all you can. It all gets eclipsed out, and then in the Eight of Cups, right? He walks away. This in the Thoth Tarot is called the Lord of Abandoned Success. It's like you could be as successful as you want, but without that ninth cup, you're not enjoying yourself. So you walk away to find this Ace of Cups, and it's your divine masculine rulership over the realm of your like internal guides, your internal like voices that are at odds, like the wild you and the tame you, finding the balance, finding the balance. Emotionally, you're balanced. Intuitively, I feel like your unconscious can sometimes get the best of you. Like you might think with the Ace of or the King of Swords reverse and the Seven of Swords reverse, you might think too much. It might get away with you. Your mind might get away with you sometimes, and you might like just get wrapped up in I'm hearing like obsessive informational pursuits. Like you could be one of those people who like reads about conspiracy theories or something, and you just go down the rabbit hole, and then you come back like 4 days later and have to go out into the world and do life again. I'm not sure why that specifically is coming through, but you could also be learning how to like read signs and symbols with that mole that was crossing the road, right? Yeah, the mole is like out of his element and navigating through his like extra sensory like perception of this heightened too bright world. You could be hypersensitive. You could be learning that you're hypersensitive. You could be learning how to discern your sensitivity to like spirit's messages, like learning your clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clair gusta, what is it? Claire gustatory. I don't know. Tasting things, I think, is what that is. Like all of your senses are heightened, but you could even have hypersensitivity, like physically. I'm hearing, like, I don't know. You might be sensitive to certain kinds of clothing, having things around your head or your ears, um, sounds. I don't know why I'm wanting to list all of these things for you, but it feels necessary somehow. Okay. I want to know about the outcome of this situation and your advice. So, what's your advice, firstly? Two of Cups reversed. Oh, okay. Your advice is to explore both sides of this intuitive side of yourself. You might get a little bit into the wilds sometimes, and that's okay. That is part of exploring the boundaries of your unconscious and your subconscious, as well as like the astral realms and any intuitive gifts that are opening up to you right now. Finding non-traditional ways to address this might be a really good idea for you, as well as traditional ways. Just looking at like what have people who experience or have these gifts before you, like what do they read, what do they study, like how do you cultivate practices that allow you to like use and enhance your gifts in a way that's useful for you and those around you. Because I'm getting somebody here who's most certainly gifted and feeling divided within themselves. Find stability and seek stability, especially in the material, whenever you can. Don't ever take this for granted. If you have just a regular job and you're a sandwich shop person, I always reference that movie Soul, the Pixar movie Soul, um, because there's that sandwich shop like sign spinner, right? And he's just kind of half mad on the corner spinning a sign, and nobody would think twice about him. But in the astral realm, he's a guru who's like helping people who are lost souls find their way to the path of the light. So, especially if you're working as a light worker, right? Or stepping into that role as a healer, wherever you can find material stability is important. Being grounded in your body is standing out. Maybe that's why I was being told to list all of those things for you. Just feeling the wind, feeling the rain, smelling the smells around you, feeling like your actual physical body, like your feet in your shoes, the socks you're wearing, the shirt you're putting on, like grounding yourself in those small daily motions is going to really help through this process. Two cards wanted to come out, sorry. Justice and the Three of Swords. Why those cards? King of Pentacles reversed. Materially, you may have also sacrificed substantially for your gifts, for this knowledge, for this understanding, for the ability and the opportunity to go inward, which occurred potentially with the Three of Swords here and the Two of Cups reversed, potentially because of a breakup or a separation. But I'm getting that it was rooted, breakup or separation. It could have been your parents with the Hierophant, like in your past, Hierophant reversed here. And then that the person who influenced you, right? That we were talking about earlier. Influencer, though, that's interesting. You could have had a breakup with an influencer who like smeared your name all over the internet. Wow, that's a specific message coming through. I think if that is the case or that did occur, stepping into your gifts for one is going to be justice here, but also they might have been like a one and done sort of influencer. Like I don't know, they had like one viral video or two viral videos or something, or they, I don't know, they're on a platform that gets shut down, or their account gets banned for slander. I don't know what this is. Maybe you get their account banned for slander. And not out of a place of spite, just like, hey, you can't be saying stuff like that about me, to a bunch of people who don't know me. That's an invasion of my privacy. We did talk about you becoming really well known, having a lot of people here being seen. This is like ironically an opportunity for you to be seen as emotionally stable, as highly intuitive, as highly sensitive, as a ruler of your own self, your own environment. Queen of Cups. Yeah, here you are looking back on this situation with compassion too. Just being the bigger person. That's awesome. So that's your advice, and that's your reading, Cancer. I hope it was helpful to some of you. Thank you for being here. If it was, please again remember to like the video. It helps my channel grow, and I am so grateful to all of you. I'll see you all next week.